My name is Sierra, and this is my self-introduction speech. Everywhere you go, you will see a broad array of animals, some with fur or feathers, and some with rough skin or spiky scales. Regardless, there are countless animals all around the world that are waiting to be observed, studied, and some that even need dire medical attention. I believe that my family is one of a kind, and that they have taught me to be the person that I am today. Even though my parents gave me a jump start on life, it's my experiences that have molded and strengthened my passion for animals. And now that I have my passion, there is nothing that is going to stop me from achieving my career goals and plans. You will soon find out that I have an unwavering love for all animals. And today we will be talking about my family, my experiences, and my career plans and goals. First, let's start with my family. My family is small, comprised of just my mom, my dad, my brother, and myself. Even though we are our own independent people, there is still one common theme that resides in all of us, and that is animals. My dad started off at a 2,000-acre farm outside of Circleville, Ohio, and today he works at a correctional institution where he oversees various programs, one of them being the dairy farm, in which he oversees the milk that is brought to and from the prison. My mother, Angela, even though she did a different passion of nursing, she still has an unwavering love for all animals. And still to this day, she will make me run out to the farmhouse and check all the animals after a bad storm because she honestly couldn't imagine it. If one of them was hurt, she just wouldn't be able to handle it. And my brother is the last family member, and he is currently wanting to go to school to be a forest ranger so he can work out in nature with animals. And he recently just told me he wants to bring a skunk into our house because he found out they can take the stinker out and thinks that would be an awesome pet to have running around our house. So you can see, with all the work and passion my family has put into animals, it is easy to see how they have had an impact on us and how that theme resides in all of our family members. Next, I will talk to you about my experiences. My whole life has revolved around animals and the experiences I have had with them. I have worked with everything from elephants to fish, from reptiles to birds. My passion first started when I was growing up on a farm, and as soon as I was old enough, I was started in 4-H, in which I stayed there for 7 years. And even though I loved taking care of my fuzzy little friends, I never got used to selling them. It was never an easy choice. My favorite animals are dolphins. And what really got me started was for my 13th birthday, I was taken to Discovery Cove, where I was able to swim, feed, and do tricks with several different dolphins. And the greatest finale was being able to swim out to the cove and have these 2 dolphins pop up beside me and have them swim me from cove to cove. It was one of the most exhilarating experiences I've ever had. And during and even after college, I interned at several animal-related places. My first internship was at Sylvan Heights Avian Breeding Center. I spent 4 amazing weeks there where I learned things about birds I didn't even know could exist. I learned what pinioning was, which is to cut a bird's wings so they can't fly. And I also learned how to sex a bird, which is just telling the male versus a female. But the most amazing thing I was able to do was imprinting. And imprinting is where you basically take a hatchling, which is a young bird, and you basically make them think that you're its mother. And you do this by continually seeing you. And in some cases, like cranes, you can also make sounds, and then they will follow you that way too. One of my favorite things to see is they would lose me. We'd be running around, and they would lose me, and you could just hear them chirping and running in circles looking for me up until they found me. Another internship that I did was at Newport Aquarium, which is in Kentucky. And one of my favorite things to do there was to feed the otters, the penguins, and the gators. And I learned very quickly with gators it is best to use very large tongs because they can jump their full body length. And it is very scary when you see a gator jumping out of the water after your hand because you have a fish on some tongs. One of my other favorite experiences was to do stuff with our otters. And my favorite thing to do with them was to give them these little stones that you can see here, like you would find in a fish tank, and they would just put them up on their backs and they would flip them into the air and catch them on their bellies, almost like they were playing patty cake. It was pretty amazing to watch them do this. I also worked 2 internships at the Columbus Zoo, one in Heart of Africa and one in Asia. I was able to feed red pandas, see various medical trainings. One of my favorite things to do was I was able to watch a red panda give birth. And I also was able to help with conservation. We raised money by selling hoof prints and ornaments that we made from the rhinos, and that greatly helped conservation. All in all, I have to say that if I have any free time, I'm spending it with either exotic animals or my own puppies that I have at home. Now I will be talking to you about my career plans and goals. One day, very soon, I hope to be working with animals. My dream job is to become a veterinarian, and I've known I wanted to be a vet since I was about 6 years old. My mom used to always tell me she knew I would work with animals because it took everything her and my father had just to get me in the house and not sleep outside with the cows. And every day I'd wake up as bright as I could, and I would run out to our little red barn, and I would just get all the chicken eggs, and I'd just roll around the pigs because I just thought that was amazing. I love the idea of not only helping innocent animals, but not knowing what my day will entail when I go into work. At first, I thought I wanted to work with cats and dogs in a small animal clinic, but I soon learned after all my experiences I would love to work with exotics or aquatics. Since those days on the farm, I've been working my tail off, no pun intended, to get into vet school. I went to college and got my bachelor's degree, and ever since I've been trying to get into vet school, and I am currently waiting on approval or denial from OSU, and we'll go from there. Either I'll be on my way to vet school or I'll be applying again to get back in. Either way, I have a long journey ahead of me, but I am looking forward to every step of it along the way as long as it brings me closer to working with animals. And in my conclusion, as you have now seen, my passion for animals plays a present role in my family, my experiences, and my career and my future career goals. After this presentation, I hope you can see that without my family, I wouldn't be the person I am today, and I probably wouldn't be so crazy about animals. And that all started from starting out on the farm as a little one. And if it wasn't for all my amazing experiences I have had at the internships and the 2 clinics that I've worked for, I wouldn't be as close to living my lifetime dream as I am today. I am very close, but I'm not there yet. I just need to stay focused, and eventually I will get into vet school, and I'll be on my way to living my dream. Now you know, no matter big, small, orange or purple, whatever animal you see, I want to love it, hold it, and take care of it. So with all these different species with fur, feathers, rough skin, or spiky scales, I hope you can now see that I don't want anything more than to study, learn, and to medically treat each one of them.